Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another Monday night member shoutout. So, I was trying to think of something to do, and I had a couple of ideas, but they're all kinda intricate, and I didn't have the time to set it up for what would be today, what would be Monday, so I do have a great idea for what I'm going to do on the next Monday night member shoutout or morning member shoutout if we are so lucky, but we're just gonna do a regular classic member shoutout as a treat. We're gonna play Moriko for no discernible reason, and we are going to... I'll probably take a random backstory, yeah? I'll take a random backstory, so... Thank you to the members. We haven't done a read like this in like 3 weeks? 4 weeks? How many member events did we do? It was the Ultimate Arena Nausea and then the Epic Battle Simulator. So yeah, 3 weeks. So for the 3 cans and 6 months, by the way, crazy. Thank you, Domina Violetta. Really appreciate it. You got the gold eye stock now as your member badge. And for the 1 can subscriptions, thank you. For the, again, 6 months, also pretty crazy, Horg Japan. Really appreciate that as well. And then for the silver badge Andes. Sounds rude to say it like that, but thank you for the 5 months. Mathulu, Izander, space _ 581, and Bunny-chan Faraby. And then for the 1 month, well, it should be 2 months at this point, right? I don't know. The YouTube thing is really... The YouTube thing is kind of weird on how it calculates this. But thank you. It says... total time 1 month, but thank you, Badman LOL21. I appreciate the financial support from everybody. It is, of course, always optional, and so I appreciate it. So, what are we going to do today? Well, we're gonna play World of Horror. And I do apologize. So over the week, I was just very, very tired. And then on the weekend, I was basically, like, dead to the world. Like, I don't know what to say. I was, what god do I want to do? I kind of want to do Cthulhu, but I think we played Cthulhu recently, right? I'll do Cthulhu, why not? Eldritch Parasite, no. Pain. Agony. In remiss, crying. But yeah, I was just kind of dead to the world over the weekend, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm still not feeling 100%, but I am going to try to get some recording done tonight for the other things. I want Crow Country to be out tomorrow, and I want there to be... The problem is like I didn't finish recording the Dark Souls thing. I recorded like half an episode, and I need to finish that so Plunger has something to work with. So currently Dark Souls might get delayed, and I've been lazy with the Lunacid thing because I think I've talked about it before, but I don't know how to transfer a 133 gigabyte file, and I don't think that Josephine should like be made to look through that anyways. So. You know, it's all my bad, it's all my bad. But we are, we're getting there. We're gonna get some productivity back on the menu. As like a little treat, you know? Just as like a little treat. But you know what else is back on the menu? Encoding Overloaded, my beloved. Right as we alt-tab back into the game. Is it like... It's not saying Encoding Overloaded right now. Never mind. Right there, it just said it. That's so weird. That's so weird. I have a lot of stuff open, too, and it didn't immediately encoding overload it. That's so strange how my computer works. It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle, one that I will not understand. Thaumaturgy teacher, freaky feature, found footage, coma, bulletin. Thaumaturgy teacher. I mean, I guess we could do teacher first. So the thing is, right? I didn't really do anything over the weekend. I'm trying to think of, like, maybe an anecdote to talk about, but, like, literally, I just kind of, like, woke up, ordered groceries on one of the days, meal prepped on the other day, and then just watched a show. And then I just kind of, like, melted into the abyss. You know, I just did not exist. I did nothing over the weekend. It was sad. And the only game that I played was the World of Horror for the Saturday, and then Plunger invited me to play League of Legends, and I played like 2 games, and then I was out. You know, it's funny one. It's a funny one, you know. Cursed signs. By the way, that's so risky because if you get like holes or something from that, it's Jover. I don't really want to buy one of these things, but sure. Why not? It boosts perception. We kind of need that. So with Eldritch Parasite, you want to minimize loss. You want to take doom or money damage if you can. I mean, this just sucks all around. You want to minimize the loss as much as possible. You want to make sure that you never walk into a doomed location. Although, like, it's not really a doomed location. It's more of a high threat level location because that's the one that gives you the bonus penalties. Like, it's sort of like the jury thing, right? When you're playing a mode where your health or, like, your time is a limited resource to that extent, you don't want to... The mansion is doomed, but the forest isn't, so we can get trapped in the forest if we need to, because I need to move this over to the school, right? So, like, when you're playing jury, the horror meter is what you're operating by, right? So you don't really care about things like, oh, you know, regular doom. You care about the horror meter, and you just want to get through it as quickly as possible so you can level up as much as possible, right? Eldritch Parasite is kind of similar, where you are on a timer. You are going to die. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You're gonna die. However, 90% chance. We gotta take it, because you don't want to get hit here. And then we have to deploy the Fall Guy. I don't want to think about Fall Guys right now. But, oh my god. Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, this is still 80. That's crazy. Okay, so that remains 80 time units no matter what. So yes, we're gonna eat it doom-wise here, and we can't do anything fun like brace or dodge, but, like, I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that, actually. That's completely fine. I'm 100% content with that. But what was I gonna say? What I was gonna say is, when you're playing on something like Eldritch Parasite, you have the regular, like, doom restrictions that you would normally have. Like, you don't really have anything negatively or positively affecting your doom, but you are on a timer that is much faster than your doom, which is your health, right? Like, you are going to die, right? Like, you do not have enough health to make it through the gauntlet. And so you kind of have to be... It was the mansion that was doomed, so we can go to the forest if we need to. I think we'll go to the forest right now, because we can maybe get some allies. And I think this is a village investigation, so it's literally pointless to do, so we'll just take the doom. I guess I'll just take art knowledge for fun. Now, let's see. Absolutely not worth it. You want to take allies for doom or money? But we don't have any money, so we're taking allies for doom and doom only. I do not want to get minus stamina, so we'll just take the injury. Now, the problem is, that's a really bad injury, right? That's a completely useless ally, and we have no chance of getting fame, so... Nope, absolutely not happening. We were looking for stat increase allies or damage increasing allies. This sucks. I'm gonna take Peace of Mind. You gotta take Peace of Mind in a situation like this. Because if you don't, then you're just kind of in a horrible situation. Now, cut arm sinew sucks. I think we got that. Oh no, my sweater, what does it do? Oh no, I live in the forest. I live in the woods with my dad, and I just found my sweater in the woods? No way, that's so crazy. Guess I'll die. Ooh, okay, I think we run. I think we run. Because we would have to... I mean, we would have to do this, right? I mean, that kills. I should have taken ammo stash. Can I do... yeah, sure. We're gonna do it like this. And we're gonna hope that it's the other ending. And if it's not the other ending, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna run and pretend that it's the normal ending. But, like, you look at something like 29, 28 health, and you're like, you're on Mystery 3. You would think, like, you're in a pretty good spot, but you're actually not. Like, if you could take, realistically speaking, 12 damage for your sanity twice in a row, depending on the dangers of the mystery, right? You gotta be careful. And so, in something like this, you don't have the advantage of leveling up quickly or anything like that, but what you do get is you get the benefit and the bonus of having... When we get to, like, the last mystery or so, depending on our health, we can just steamroll through it, right? We can take options with our health that might not be, like, something that you could do normally. Because it does make you think about your health in a different way. Because it's a resource that you can spend and you can never get it back. So, in a way, Eldritch Parasite is very WoW-like, right? Because World of Horror is a resource management game where you have a finite amount of resources that you don't really gain. You just kind of have them available to you at the beginning of the run, and then after that, everything. Like, you set up your run, and then everything. That's horrible, by the way. If we get that again, that's, like, akin to losing the game, right? But you think about something like that. The forest is a high threat level location. I think I would rather, and this is risky, I know, I would rather make the forest safer, and then we just spend more time in the forest. This sucks, because it's minus reason no matter what you do. It's just minus reason or minus reason plus, or minus reason and plus doom, right? Not great, not good. Very, very bad. Like, I almost want to take the doom here. Or the EXP, I'll take that. It's very rough, because your health not being able to heal means that you can just get screwed. And this is looking like... I think we're playing this correctly. I am not an Eldritch Parasite master. It's kind of unlucky that we got this again. I think I'd rather take the Doom. We succeeded the last time, so... What the hell is happening? Yeah, just give me a... I'll take a Forest Watcher, please. Waiter, more Forest Watcher, please. Me and the Scarecrow Rutsu. You'd think after the third time of seeing the Scarecrow, she'd be like, I don't need to see the Scarecrow anymore. And yet, here we are. We're out here chilling with me and Scarecrow Rutsu. And then you're looking at something like this, and you're like, what the hell do you do here, right? Like, you don't really like this situation. You don't want to run, though. So I think we're going to fight, but we're not going to be happy about it. And if you miss, you want to cry yourself to sleep. Now, this is the part where you want to block, set them down to 9, and then take one and call me in the morning, right? Now, we get the kill here, but we took 4 sanity to make that happen, and that's how dangerous this challenge is, right, with Eldritch Parasite, because look at that. We had, like, 28 sanity, and now we have 17. Can we clear 2 mysteries with 17 sanity? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm taking outdoorsman. We've seen some events way too much. Now, because of that, I am a little, like, I kind of want to start leveling leadership, but to get that to 8 is basically impossible, right? Like, it's not happening. So, I'm thinking about, like, do I try to get strength up to 8, or do I try to get knowledge up to 8? And we don't have folklore studies here. But, like, getting that, if we get folklore studies, that is the better opportunity to get something to 8, because it's only 1 level up versus 2. Now, the parasite may be stirring, but, you know, we're just sitting here. Coma is terrifying, because it's mandatory damage no matter what you do. We're not Ayaka. We cannot do, like, 50 plus damage in 1 turn, right? It's not happening. So no matter what we choose here, it's guaranteed damage. And it's either guaranteed all damage or guaranteed sanity damage. I think we gotta go to Bulletin, but the fact is we could be setting ourselves up for we're a guaranteed -6, depending on if the lighthouse has a charisma check or not. So we need to do everything that we can to preserve our sanity right now. Now, here's the thing. Ooh, that's bad. That's really bad. We have to do this because the forest node is important. Getting some doom there is nice because you get 2 doom instead of 3 doom because it doesn't count for the penalty. We saw it 4 times. We saw it 4 times, 1 run, 3 times in 1 mystery, right? Unreal. If you succeed this, that's the thing that hurts you, right? Yeah, so failing it heals you. It was a gamble that I don't really like, but we're most likely gonna fail it, so... Like, we either heal and get nothing, or we succeed, and then... This is awful. This is terrible. Again, we're setting ourselves up for a mandatory 6 sanity damage, right? If the lighthouse has a charisma check, I don't check the lighthouse these days because I find it more interesting. I think you gotta escape. I think you gotta escape because, like, you see something like that and it's like, yeah, no, I can't abide. You see something like that and you're like, oh yeah, 14 sanity. Like, we're gonna walk into some random event and lose 4 sanity just because, you know? We can't afford to... Now, here we go. This is something that you can absolutely fight. This is something that is going to do stamina damage. You're taking steps to preserve your stamina already, so you're not really worried about that, right? Like, when we're done, assuming we get folklore studies, we're going to be at 8 knowledge, so we're only going to take 6 stamina at the worst, right? So, we're kind of doing a little bit of threat mitigation, a little bit of damage mitigation, where we know what we're up to here, right? I don't really want anything like that, so we're just gonna move on, you know? A lot of doom, listen, we could doom out, that's entirely true. What are you gonna have me do, right? We can try rolling the monument when we get to the end of, whatchamacallit, or when we need to. Now, you see something like this, and you're like, ooh, goody, goody. I don't know how we keep missing that. I don't know. I don't know how or why we keep missing the 90% gambit, but we do. I mean, it's just the curse of playing Moriko, right? You're just gonna miss... You're gonna miss all the shots that you take. Thank you for the shovel. Now, how's this run looking? Pretty sketchy. Store's closed, we can still have the parasite stir, which is nice, as like a little treat, you know. Obviously, we would like deft handling. There's no choice to make either, because folklore studies isn't here. We're gonna take a point of knowledge, because we're gonna level up again. And so hopefully we can get folklore studies or something. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, right? We got a good thing that we're really happy with. High threat level? No. I didn't have the handcuffs before. Would that have helped? I don't think we had a human enemy. I don't think we did. Now this, I do not want to abide. you know, if it gets us there, it gets us there. Gotta shout out my boy, Sniffling Gardener. Giving us that ammunition, that shovel. So we can hit up the monument if we we're gonna hit up the monument later. You know, it'd be funny if you just gave me branded like cattle like 3 times in a row. It'd be really funny. It'd make a good YouTube short. Me when I have a relaxing conversation with my friend, the parasite in me is stirring. Okay, you hate this guy. You do. You hate this guy from the bottom of your heart, but you gotta fight him. That's a requirement. I mean, listen, it'll work. We'll take 2 damage instead of 3. I mean, we could throw the flashlight as well, but I would rather not do that. I don't think you can throw the handcuffs. No. So just go ahead and handle it like this. We take 2 damage to all. Feels bad. We can kill next turn. So, as long as we don't get vital clued, probably gonna be fine. Probably gonna be fine. Let's take a trip on over to the monument. You can absolutely have my 1 fund. Would you like any more? Getting rid of the light source at this stage in the game's kind of risky. We go down to 84. Sure. We did a nice job preserving our sanity. Now, what do you want now? 4 stamina? I don't think I can abide that. No, absolutely not. Now, we're gonna leave the police station on the seaside, just in case that does anything. I don't know if the lighthouse events count as seaside investigations or not. I don't want to get +2 doomed. Oh, you did have to show up. I think we can get hit once, right? Because we're gonna level up. So if it's knowledge, strength, and dexterity, we'll still live by a decent amount, right? Yeah, we'll still live. We'll still live by a decent amount. So if we only want to get hit once, we're only gonna get hit once. So we're gonna go down to 9 here. That's fine. That's fine. I don't like it, but it's fine. Oh no, my parasite can't stir anymore? That's crazy. Alright, whatever. I don't know, it doesn't matter. We're set up pretty well. We can take 6/6, you know. My parasite doesn't like oil-contaminated water from the faucet. What the hell? Alright, it's a gauntlet. But, I think we're fine. I think we're okay. Do we have Heart of Darkness? We do not. Alright. I think we're okay. I mean, it's not like there's anything for me to think about anymore besides just clicking forward, but I think we managed to get it done. So yeah. That was a funky run. That was a pretty weird run. It was Fear Festival. It didn't matter, by the way. If we failed it, we'd be at 99. Alright. Pretty happy with that one, huh? 23:43. Well, you know. Not the best ending time, but we can at least hit up a little Pokedoku as a treat. As like a little treat. Final evolution. Oh god, fighting types, huh? What do you want? Oh, this is Kanto, right? Hold on, let me do a gen check as you encoding overload. Kanto. That's Gen 1, right? Kanto Pokemon. Kanto is Generation 1. Understood. I understand the assignment. So, a dual fighting type. We can do Halucha for that, right? Because it's a flying fighting type. A Kanto fighting type. We can do... I'm pretty sure Machoke and Machop and all of them should work. So you can just probably do Machop. Me and Kanto Ritsu. And then final evolution fighting type, we can do Machamp. And then, you know, if we're repping Gen 1, my boy. If we're repping Gen 1, my boy. Ground Kanto. Ground dual type. Well, we can use... It's Torterra, right? It's grass ground. And then... This one, the Kanto ground type's kind of messed up. But we can do Gliscor as a ground type, right? Correct. Final evolution water. We can rep my boy Empoleon. And then Kanto ground. I mean, it's just like Onyx, right? Like rock ground. Oh, we could do Golem. Yeah, there we go. I had a Graveler on my team because I didn't have any. Back then, when I was playing Fire Red, I did not have anybody to trade with. Yeah, look at that. Nice little sweep. Nice little quick sweep. Listen, you give me Kanto, I got 3 out of 3 right there on that. I got 3 out of 3 right there. You give me something like Galar, I'm dead. I'm screwed. Summary. Oh yeah. Now there were specific picks, and we did not get any of them. Poliwrath is Gen 1. I didn't know that. I thought he was Gen 2. Very interesting. And there's Dugtrio. Yeah, Dugtrio. Yeah, we didn't get any of them right. We didn't get any of them right for the PM7's picks. Not at all. We didn't get any of them right. But you give me Kanto. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I understand the assignment. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name's Webweaver. I'll see you on the next episode of whatever you decide to watch next. Tomorrow will be Crow Country and World of Horror. Thank you.